Hello everyone, this is Phil from Dancing Dragon Games, and we're going to do a tutorial video about the relationships and support systems. I know I might not look it, but I am a huge fan of stuff like this in games, so let's get into it. So in your home base sequence, you've got the supports option here. Going to go into this. Whoops, we're going into this. Right now I don't have any new conversations for this particular save, but if you were to have new ones, so you have like new ones and then you've ones that you've already watched that are going to be in the archives. So let's talk about the relationship window. So we've got Lindley here, who is our default protagonist, and then we've got friends listed there, and you will actually recognize exactly who these faces are. There's no names there, but you'll know exactly who they are. And so we've got, let's go down to here we are, Jules. So he has also a family member in Abigail. So if you look at hers, it says, see, they're brother and sister. And Jules has a lot of friends as well. And then you also have romantic bonds. I don't have any of those in this particular save, but it'll say bonded as well. And everyone is monogamous in this game, so you can only have one bond. And you can't bond everybody with everybody. It's all chemistry based, and so you know, with rare exception, like the protagonist can basically bond with most everybody, but it really depends first and foremost on the characters that I've written and would it make sense in some way. There's different reasons people get into relationships, and there's lust, there's love, there's some kind of mutual, like I recognize that you have the same struggle that I do, stuff like that. Or, it seems like something's missing in your heart or in your soul, and I know how to fill that. Sounds like codependency. I don't know. There's several different relationship possibilities, and so it kind of spans the gamut. Friendships are a lot looser. You can have tons of friendships, usually between characters, especially between the protagonists. Protagonists can befriend, I think, everybody. So now, what does that actually do for you in the game, other than the RP value, which is great? I gotta say, I love pairing people off and seeing people develop their relationships. But the tangible benefit is that there's different tiers of relationships. So you have friendship, which again are more common, and that'll give you I believe it's a 15% morale boost as a baseline morale if you're within 3 tiles in the battlefield. So this is mainly a morale affecting thing, and there's some slightly different endings for the characters, the individual characters. Like once you beat the game, it'll show you, okay, what happens to every character. That'll change depending on how you bond them off. So bonds and family are both stronger bonuses. So with family and bonds, I think it's a 30% baseline morale boost. So that's really, really strong within 3 tiles in the battlefield. And again, the bond thing so there's actually just 2 endings, like large scale different endings in terms of what big choice you make that's independent of the relationship system. But then within those 2 endings, there's a lot of different little outcomes that can happen for each of the characters depending on how you bond them off. So, it's really, it spans the gamut. You have just flings, and you have star-crossed lovers, and there actually are canon romances that I've decided on based on what would happen in this game. And you will listen for a specific music track that plays during your conversation where you actually pair them off. And that then it'll indicate, oh, hey, I found the canon pairing. You don't have to do the canon pairing. Who cares? You can just do whatever you want. So when you're looking at these conversations, this is what you would see in the conversations window. You would see this, like characters, which 2 are talking. It's always 2. And then, just what are they talking about? And then you'll go into just a quick, I'm just going to speed through it here. But either what will happen is either you'll just get faction XP out of it, or you'll advance their relationship level. And you'll be able to see, not in the archives, but you'll be able to see in the conversation menu, a handshake icon right here that shows this conversation will make them friends. And then you'll see a heart which is going to obviously mean this conversation will make them a bond. And then what that does is, like I said, they're all monogamous, so that cuts you off from all other bond possibilities for that playthrough. So I've decided on that. You cannot take back a bond, right? So everyone is a super awesome relationship person in this game, very loyal, very dedicated to their bond. And then there's also a family option. There's sometimes you can actually there's I think a couple in this game where you can become like a blood relative. So it's the same thing as a bond. It's a very strong morale bonus. Okay, well, have a lot of fun with this one, guys. I certainly do. And I look forward to what you decide on in Discord and social media as far as relationships. Okay, take care. Thanks a lot.